G'day, g'day, g'day. How are we, you beautiful bunch of babes? How are we? Let me know that you can hear me okay. Let me know that you can see me okay. Let me know how you are feeling. Let me know how much you've missed me, because I've missed you guys so much. Oh my goodness gracious me, it's been a while, hasn't it? So welcome back. For those of you who have forgotten who I am, my name is Lucy Davis, aka the Wanderess, and I just disappear for weeks on end, going to work the energies. So let me know in the chat box how things are in your part of the world. Obviously, if you can hear me okay. Thank you, Lizzie. I appreciate you, my darling girl. And yes, I am back. I am back with a bang. Thank you very much. It's good to see you guys too. I wish I could see you guys, but I know, Michelle, I'll see you later on Conscious Conversations, so that's okay. Lizzie, I'll obviously see you as well. Happy Monday to you too. Joe, I hope you are well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is good to be back. You guys would never believe the amount of messages I have had. When are you coming back? Oh, I've missed you. Where's your voice? We need to speak to you. We need to hear you. And I've just been like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me just come down a little bit. Let me just come down. So, ladies and gents, I have been on one heck of a wander in the last 2 weeks, which is why I haven't been on live. I haven't really been doing much on social media generally, in all honesty. Yeah, sorry, it's glorious sunny where I am. Just going to leave that with you. I'm sorry to those of you where it's not sunny where you are, but it's absolutely glorious and sunny here. But I deserve it. Like, seriously, I deserve it. The amount I've traveled. I'm going to share much more about the intricate details on tonight's Conscious Conversations. So for those of you who come to Conscious Conversations, I cannot wait to see you. I hope you've had the email to your inbox about the details as to how to get into the calls. If you haven't, remember to email support@lucydavis.com. Do not message me because I won't see it. I'm literally back to back on a Monday. So please, 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 if you want to come to that. For those of you that don't know what Conscious Conversations is, it is basically me channeling, me coaching, me sharing ins and outs of all sorts of different things, making very wild predictions. And then, like, before I go off on my travels, and then when I come back, I have the physical evidence to back up my wild predictions. And boy, have we made some wild predictions before that last trip. And boy, have we had some massive shifts around the world. So ladies and gents, let me know in the chat if you have seen or heard or felt a massive shift, whether that is in the earth, in the news, in yourself, in your loved ones, in the air. Like, you let me know if you've seen a massive shift in the last few days since I have been back on planet Earth. Because trust me, I didn't feel like I was a human for those 2 weeks where I was away. 5 countries, 15 flights, masses and masses of change. And that, my friends, is what I'm going to talk about this evening. So if you love my content, do remember to go and hit the subscribe button, and please do remember to share it with all of your friends. Remember to hit the thumbs up on this video, because that is how YouTube say, people like this chick, we're going to share it with more people. Otherwise, they shadow ban me. I've actually had a number of people reaching out to me recently saying, Lucy, your content's been shadow banned. I've only just seen your reel from a week ago. I've only just seen this from this long ago. So you guys can help me with that by hitting the thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and just sharing. And likewise, if you are watching on Facebook, hello Facebook, please remember to give it a thumbs up or a love heart and share. This is how we get the messages spread in a lot better way. So for those of you that follow me on social media, I am on Instagram and I am on Facebook. I am also on TikTok, but I'm just not very consistent on TikTok. But that's going to change. That's going to change because I've got some fairies coming in to help me, which is just going to be brilliant. So if you follow me on those, you know on Saturday I did an unexpected video. I was not going to do any videos until this video today. And on Saturday I had a little bit of a bee in my bonnet, And I actually went on Instagram and did an Instagram live. So if you haven't watched that, once you finished here today, please go to either Facebook or Instagram and check that out. It's a bit ranty, and no doubt there's some potty mouth language in there. So please do be careful with children listening. I do apologize for the potty mouth, but sometimes when I get passionate, oh my goodness gracious me, do I get passionate. I think I should have been Spanish or Italian, you know, the passion that comes through those, you know, I definitely should have been a much more passionate race than English, you know, because although the English are very passionate about their football and things like that, like I am super, super passionate. I get a bee in my bonnet about quite a few things, if you hadn't noticed. So what else would I like to speak to you about before we step into the frequencies that are going on? Because the frequencies are wild right now, and I'm going to share a little bit more. Okay, so Soul School. In fact, no, before I talk about Soul School, I do a weekly newsletter. It goes out every Tuesday. Sometimes it waits until Wednesday. Like last week it was Wednesday because last Tuesday was crazy for me. Like literally my feet didn't touch the ground. Then it will go out on a Wednesday. But if you are not on my weekly woo mailing list, please do head over to the description of this video, and you can basically click that and you get a weekly newsletter from me. I do not spam you. I promise. I do not spam you loads. But what you do need to do, ladies and gents, is there is a box to tick that says you want to be on the mailing list. So a number of people have bought products from me, and one of you watching now might know exactly what I'm talking about here. You buy the product, but you don't click the email. Now, if you don't click the email, you will never get the information about Soul School. You will never get the information about your course. And then you'll be like, why am I not getting the emails? So my team asked me to say today on this video, please go and sign up for the weekly woo. Please subscribe to the mailing list. And please also, if you're buying products from me, even if it's just the affirmation cards or the 5-day breakthrough program, please do hit the button that says subscribe to the emails. Otherwise you will not get the emails. Because of GDPR, we have to make sure that you guys choose. And so many of you, like some of the statistics that I've looked at today are horrifying. There are so many of you that have bought a product from me, but you've never got an email about it because you didn't hit the sign up for email. And GDPR will physically not let me send you an email unless you guys sign up. So please be very, very careful about that, guys, okay? I will never spam you, but what you are missing out on at the moment is a lot of what we're doing is we're actually going back on old products, and we're actually going to be offering more things. So if you have bought a product and you didn't click that box, go back to your account. All you need to do is go to www.lucydavis.com, click on the login, go into your settings and click add the emails, and all of a sudden you will start getting the emails. And there are some really good things coming up, ladies and gents. Now, I wasn't going to say anything about this, but there is going to be some opportunities to win one-to-ones with me. There's also going to be opportunities to get cheap one-to-ones with me. So I'm just going to let you guys know it's really beneficial to be on my mailing list, because that is where I do this stuff. I don't do it publicly. I do it to the people who are loyal, the people who support me constantly and consistently. I want to have your backs like you've got my backs. So please do head over to the mailing list and sign up if you are not on there, because it will save you a whole heap of hassle if you just tick that box. And then you, like I say, you will get all of the insights. I only ever send one email a week. That's it. You might get an email sporadically about something else, but that is very sporadically. You know, we're not the people that literally blast you. Like some companies blast you every freaking day, right? About, have you seen this? Want to buy this product? We do not do that. Like, it irritates me, so I don't want to irritate you guys. Hello, Colin. Welcome, my friend. Good to see your name pop up. So yes, there is going to be so many opportunities. Like, I have come home, and because unfortunately we're not going to be doing Soul School for children anymore. I'm devastated about it, by the way, but you know, there's just been a few challenges around that. So we've unfortunately had to pull that. And what that basically means is I'm actually going to be stationary for a whole month. Well, I say stationary, I'm actually off to Madrid this weekend. But you know what I mean? I'm going to a conference there, so I have to go there. But I'm going to be stationary, which means, ladies and gents, I can get my head in the game, and I can really, really start doing some beautiful things for you guys. As you know, between June and September, so at the end of this month to the start of September, I'm off. I don't have Self-Love Club. Yes, I do have Conscious Conversations. That's not going to be interrupted, but I'm off. I'm literally off. I'm not doing anything in that period. Well, I am. Clearly, I'm doing energy work, but I'm literally off. So what I'm saying to my team is, right, what we'll do is we'll have offers in different areas around the world. So if I'm in Australia, for example, which you know I'm going to be, let's offer some reduced price one-to-ones or shorter one-to-ones for people on that time zone, so they can benefit from me being on their time zone, which makes a bloody change for them. You know, normally they have to do it at the start of the day or the end of the day. So let's make it beneficial to them. Likewise, when I'm back in the UK, which I will be, ladies and gents, I'm not going to tell you when, but I will be. And basically what we'll be doing is we'll be offering people reduced price one-to-ones, or maybe even some free slots of one-to-ones in that time. But you have to be on the mailing list. This is not something that I never talk about this stuff. It's only because I haven't been here for bloody ages that I'm talking about this stuff. And it's fresh in my mind off the back of meetings this morning. So ladies and gents, you've got to be in it to win it, right? You have to be in it to win it. So if you're not on my mailing list, head over there. www.lucydavis.com. You can sign up for the weekly woo. I've got loads of freebies on there. I have got loads of stuff, and chances are a lot of you guys don't even know what I do. You're probably like, well, what the heck are you doing a one-to-one on? I help you guys heal. I help you step into your purpose. I help activate your soul. There are so many things that I do. So that is what's going on. Now, Soul School is happening in Manchester on the 23rd of June. So obviously I'm going to be back in the UK for that period of time. We are going to be making that Soul School one to be remembered, like they all are. Now, this is a much more intimate Soul School. It's called Soul School Local. We're doing it in a beautiful venue. We're doing it right in a place where I've done so much energy work in the past that it was just divine that this presented itself. So if you are in and around Manchester and you fancy experiencing the magic that is Soul School, please, please, please do go and check out my newsletter. Do go and check out my website, and you can grab tickets for that. Likewise, I am in Australia on the Gold Coast on the 7th of July, running Soul School in Australia for the first time ever. Now, this is where I need you guys' help. If you know anyone in Australia, please share the link with them. Like, we really need to shift the energies on those lands, right? I've done loads of work over there earlier this year, shifting the energy. Now it's about bringing the people online to their power so that they can hold the vibration, and which means I don't need to keep traveling over there. It means I can go and retire in Bora Bora and just have the life of my dreams. You know the life that I've been chatting about for a long time. Yeah, well, if we can increase the vibration and get everyone over there to underpin what we need over there, it means I don't have to keep going back. Now, to my friends that are like, but we want you to keep coming back, I promise I will keep coming back, but just share this anyway, okay? So like I say, you can go and check any of that out. Now, Soul School is a revolutionary day, weekend, whatever you come to. It is going to change your life in so many ways that you never thought possible. I take you through processes, I take you through meditations, I share. And actually, I got a really beautiful email from a young lady last night, and I read it today. And I will come back to that email, by the way, just in case she's watching. And she said, you know what, Lucy, like Soul School 3 and Soul School 4 were amazing. They've shifted me so much. But at being able to buy Soul School 3 online and relive it, she said, it is the words that you use sometimes, and just the way that you talk that gets the memos to be delivered. So they are a really, really fun day. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, yes, there is some trauma release. Yes, there is some meditations. Yes, there is some stuff that's probably going to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But mainly what's going to happen is you are going to feel alive. You are going to meet your soul family. You are going to connect with yourself and with other people on a level that you never, ever in your life thought possible. And, you know, like I say, Soul School in Manchester is going to be very intimate. You know, it's going to be the smallest one I've ever done. And it's going to be amazing because it's going to be a very different vibration. Likewise, Australia, it's the first one I've done. I'm not expecting there to be hundreds of people there. But what I am looking for is a subset of people from across Australia who can just hold the frequency. And that's what we're looking for. Now, I know some incredible people that are coming, you know, like I'm very lucky. I've got a lot of people that I know in Australia, but we need to get more people, and they will know, their soul will know if they have to be there. You know, like people will know. I've had people from America saying, my God, I know I need to be there. I'm going to fly over to Australia. Like that's the pull that you get to Soul School. So if you get that pull, just get on it. Don't even question it. Don't worry about it. You'll be absolutely fine. The worst bit is getting there. It's the mind games that happen leading up to it. Why am I going to this? What are they going to do? Blah, blah, blah. But then when you get there, you're like, this is exactly why I needed to come to this. And you get the gold, you get the shift. It is absolutely amazing. So if you have a Telegram group, please share it in your Telegram groups. If you have Facebook groups, please share it in your Facebook groups. Like, let's really see if we can get Australia like vibing. Now, I'm very lucky because someone very, very special to me lives in Australia, and he can hold the frequency that I hold. So I'm very lucky with that. So he is coming along to this. So it's great. I can get him to underpin it and then just get everybody else to support him, which is fabulous. And he does such a good job of that since he stepped into his power. Go him. So I just wanted to share that with you. Anyway, without further ado, who wants to talk about the vibration on the planet right now? Who wants to talk about what the heck has been going on since I left? I don't even know what date I left. It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Let's have a little look in the diary. It was, I've got absolutely no clue. Literally no clue. Tuesday. So I must have left on Thursday the 25th. Or Friday the 26th, I can't remember. I don't write anything down. So anyway, I left over 2 weeks ago and I went on a really, really wild journey, and I knew what I was going to do. I made some very bold statements to my conscious conversation community. If you are in there, you may remember a couple of the things that I said were going to happen around different areas and different elements. And my goodness gracious me, like the first few days were okay. I'm going to be honest with you, because I was focusing on one element of it, and that was absolutely fine. And then I got to the second country and I was maybe 4 or 5 days into that. And I actually had to pick up what I'm calling a parcel. So I had to pick up a parcel. It isn't a physical parcel, it's a thing, but I had to go to this place. And I ended up being in a completely different place to where I needed to be, because Google Maps, this is what happens sometimes. Google Maps, translation, you know, you end up in the middle of nowhere when you should be over there in the middle of nowhere, you know, like it's wild. And this is why I say, like, they gave me one of the toughest jobs this lifetime. Now, I'm not complaining. I've been to some of the most amazing, incredible places on the earth. I've literally done the energy work and seen the shifts instantaneous, which is amazing. Look at what I did when I was in Perth. You know, I went to, I can't even remember what it's called now, a Wave Rock. I went there, literally left that night. It flooded the next day, and then I flew out. So, you know, that's how instantaneous the work can be that I do, which is freaking awesome. But on this occasion, I had to go and pick up what I'm calling the parcel. And my goodness gracious me, did it overwhelm me so much. I just wasn't anticipating it. I have shifted thousands of souls. You might remember some of the work I've done in Germany before, and all sorts of, like, I've literally transmuted thousands of souls and freed them. And nothing could have prepared me for what happened on this trip when I picked up the parcel. Now, I picked up the parcel on one day, and I had to have it with me for about 5 days before I could put it in the place where it needed to be. And that was flying to another country as well. So you can imagine, like, in that period of time, I'm going to be honest with you, there were 2 days and 3 occasions where it was like I was a lunatic. It was like I'd been released from the asylum. Like, honestly, I was quite dangerous to myself. I'm going to be honest with you. I was okay with it for a certain number of days. And then all of a sudden, this emotion came over me, and I could not control my emotions. Now, this is not normal for me. It's not. I can regulate my emotions pretty well. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll call a spade, and I'll tell people to pee off, as you guys know, and I don't take any shit. But this was overwhelming. Like, I was sobbing. I was like, oh, I can't cope with this. And I'm on the phone to Kevin saying, and I asked Kevin to come on today, but unfortunately he couldn't come. But he is coming to Conscious Conversations tonight. I was like, come on, mate, I need you to come and chat with me, because, you know, stuff that has happened, I channeled months ago, and thank God he remembers. But so I'm on the phone to Kevin, and I'm like, I can't do this. I need to come home. And he's like, Lucy, like, you got to do this. Humanity's relying on you. Like, you have to do this work. Oh my goodness gracious me. It was hideous. And I felt like I was crazy. I felt like I was absolutely crazy. So in the place where I picked it up, I think it was the day after I picked it up, still in the same country, it was like overwhelming and I just couldn't cope with it. Then I had to travel. I had to do 2 flights the next day. And, you know, it was just wild. I mean, that traveling was okay. It kind of distracted me. But then when I got where I was going, I was okay. But then the next morning I woke up and I was sharp. Like I had this feeling running through me that literally no one could have got away with anything. Like if I had heard like a little squeak over there, I would have heard it, you know, like literally it was like my senses had come back online because I was in the soul where, I was in the country where I had to take the parcel. I had to deliver the parcel. No, I wasn't doing that now. That was ages ago. I don't transmute souls anymore. No, that's kind of old fashioned now, if that makes sense. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we've kind of gone past that vibration, if that makes sense. We're in a completely different sense now. I'm talking about 18 months ago ish when I was doing that work, a long time ago. God, so much has happened in 18 months, isn't it? Do you know, it's a year ago today that I moved into my place in Spain. A year ago today that I moved in. Isn't that cool? Happy anniversary to me. I haven't been here much, but happy anniversary to me. That's what I say. So yeah, basically, it was like my senses had come online, my hearing had come online, my eyesight had come online. Thank you, babe. My witchy woo had come online, and I didn't think that was possible anymore. You know, like I was like, nobody is getting anything past me, and I was like, bang, 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 and just picking up on everything and just not put it like it was wild. Anyway, then I had to fly. Where did I go from there? Had to fly somewhere else, and again, I came over all emotional. Like I came over all emotional. Can you believe I've been living in Spain 2 years? Wild, isn't it? My Spanish is coming along very well as well. My Spanish teacher told me today, Lucy, your Spanish is amazing. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Go me. She's saving the world and learning Spanish at the same time. I'm learning a lot of things at the moment, actually. It's quite interesting. But I'm literally like multitasking, spinning all the plates, ladies and gents, spinning all the plates. Anyway, so basically, you know, I had this parcel, what we'll call in my back pocket, and I'm saying to Kev, I can't do this, you know, and I'm in a country by this point where I'm literally being ogled over. I literally can't go anywhere without somebody making a pass at me, somebody making, you know, some innuendo towards me, offering me marriage, you name it, all of it. Like, honestly, it was just absolutely wild. And I've been to this country multiple times, but I was like, wow, this is the least safe that I've ever felt here. It was like they knew I was holding this new frequency. Anyway, after that day, I was absolutely fine. It was almost like I had to go through a few days of just embodying the new frequency, ladies and gents, the new frequency. Now, that new frequency is not very nice initially. If you have not done all of the work and you have not looked at yourself and you have not allowed yourself to process and you have not been honest and you have not done all of that, you will go through a period of this shifting where it feels really uncomfortable. Let me know in the chat if this is resonating with you on any level at all. I had 2 days. It was only 2 days, but it was 3 scenarios in 2 days. Oh my goodness gracious me, did it, like, I was like, Lucy, what the heck is wrong with you? Like, what is going on with you? Why are you being like this? You guys know me, I'm a warrior. You know, I can stand up and walk through absolutely anything. I've walked on fire. I've done all sorts of different things because, you know, that's just the way that I've been built this lifetime. I've been built to know that it is possible for me to be able to do this. Why? Because of the humanity job that I've had. So, you know, how many people, I mean, I've had a lady message me and she said, Lucy, I go on 1 flight and it knocks me out for a week. How the heck have you done 15 in 2 weeks? You know, like, how have you done that? And the God's honest truth is, I don't know. But they have made me, they've built me this way, this lifetime, so that I can fulfill my job, so that I can fulfill my humanity mission. Now, a lot of people like me having a little fucking stamp of my feet when I was away, you know, and I can't do this anymore. Kevin, I want to come home. You know, like, I have those moments. I have those moments, and I allow myself to feel those, and then I go, no. This is not what we're doing here. So the new earth vibration, we're all expecting it to be happy-go-lucky and dancing and loving and fluffy clouds and abundance. But we got to walk through hell to get there first. Now, we've been walking through hell our whole lifetime, this lifetime. We have. Which sounds awful, doesn't it? Because I've had moments of absolute amazingness. I have had moments of the biggest pleasure. Like think about your orgasms, for God's sake. Like those moments on their own are just like, wow. Let alone when you had your first child, when you got married, when you met the person that you knew you were going to spend the rest of your life with, when you bought your first home, when you got recognized for the book that you wrote or the job that you did very, very well, when you healed your addiction. Like, think about that. Think about how amazing those moments are. And ladies and gents, in reality to what we're going to experience, this is not nice. So Zoe's saying she's experiencing mood swings. It doesn't surprise me. This is what I'm talking about. We're literally shedding the old vibration right now, but that is because the new vibration is in place. It's making us level up. It's making us having to step up. We're having to go and do things that we've never done before. You know, people are having meltdowns. Jane's just said here that she's had a period after a year. Doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. There are a lot of people putting people on the scrap heap right now. You're too old, you're past it. The youthfulness is coming back. This is what I love about it. You know, I've been doing different processes for my youth, like all completely clean. I'm not doing anything like you guys know, toxins do not come into my mindset or into my auric field or into my life at all. But I'm doing things and I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, wow, like, how am I looking so young? Like, how am I looking so revitalized? How am I looking so good? You know, I came back from traveling, and this is still to do with the new vibration. I came back from traveling last week and I was so bloated and so inflamed and so like water retention and all that stuff because I had been traveling as much as I had, and I'd had to eat shitty foods and things in certain places, you know, foods that I would never normally eat. And I'm like, I've been home 4 days. I feel amazing. I've got straight back into intermittent fasting. Haven't done that for a long time. I'm on day 4 of it. I'm back at the gym training. I'm drinking 3 liters of water a day. I'm eating extremely clean. And this is how we embody the new earth vibration. You will know when to move. You will know when to stop. You will know what to eat. It's your mind that wants the sugar. It's your mind that wants the alcohol. It's your mind that wants the chips and the other fatty foods and things like that. Like, it is now a choice. A choice. So on the 5th of May, a week ago yesterday, I delivered the parcel to where it was supposed to be. One of my favorite days of my life so far. Delivering the parcel. Oh, it was a bumpy day. It was a bumpy day. It was a long day. It was a painful day. And then what happened the next day on the 6th was sheer magic. Sheer magic. It was like the parcel's in its place, and now is the time to live the peace, to enjoy everything, all of the fruits of our labor. And what a lot of you won't know is, and I wish that Kevin was on now because he would explain this a lot better than I did or will, because I don't remember anything that I channeled. A few months ago, he told me where I was. I think he might have said that I was in Australia or somewhere, maybe in New Zealand. I literally channeled that when I had put the parcel, as I'm calling it, in place, within a week, I would get home and the sky would turn purple and green. That's what I told him. So if you haven't watched my Feisty Pants live from Saturday, you will now realize why I got so feisty about it, because 3 months ago, I was channeling exactly what we just witnessed at the weekend, less than a week after I got back. Well, I landed back on the Thursday night or the Friday morning, I can't remember, one of the girls in my conscious conversations had said, oh my God, have you seen what's about to take place? And I just laughed because Kevin sent it to me. I just laughed and I was like, oh my God, like literally that is what I channeled months ago. And then we got the purple and the green in the sky. Oh, but it was, you know, it was fake. It was make-believe. Remember, if you want it to be make-believe, it is make-believe. But you know what? I want to believe in miracles. I want to believe in miracles. I want to believe that all of this crazy channeling that people say is dark and people say is this and people say is that, that it is absolutely just validation of the way that we are going. And in all honesty, ladies and gents, like I'm certain of the vibration that I'm going to, and I'm sure you guys are because you follow me so closely. There are going to be people that don't choose it because they don't want to believe that miracles are possible, because they just think that everything is doom and gloom and bad and all the rest of it. And why would that happen to us? Look at the shit that's gone on. You know what? You're making a choice. You're making a choice. Don't come on here telling me you're feeling blah. Take that elsewhere. Thank you very much. We don't need that today. You're choosing that. Stop it. You know, like people come to me all the time. Oh, I feel like this. It's like, stop it. Stop projecting on me. You know, like just own the fact that you are choosing it. You know, like I am choosing to live in the vibration that I have traveled all around the world tirelessly for the last 12 years, getting it ready. You know, genuinely. And I've got to that point now where I'm like, if you think what I'm speaking about is bullshit, then good for you, but just don't follow me and don't come and, you know, dampen my little party that I'm having over here. I'm living the dream, and you guys can live the dream too. You know, I work my arse off. A lot of you guys know I work my arse off. It's unbelievable what is taking place and what has taken place. And literally all you need to do is look up at the sky and know. Feel your heart beating, even though you don't tell it to beat every single day. That is the vibration that we need to do. It's miraculous that our heart beats for us, that our lungs take in oxygen and keep us alive without us thinking, gotta breathe, gotta breathe, gotta breathe. Like imagine we wouldn't be able to get through life unless miracles were possible. Smash the love heart for me or slam that thumbs up for me if you agree with that. We are a literal walking miracle. This vibration does not allow people who are down and out to be around. And that's why I'm saying, don't you bring your low vibration towards me. I don't want it. I'm not interested in it. Might sound quite cruel, but I deserve, after what I've done in the last few weeks, I deserve to be on a high for a while. I deserve to put me first, you know, and like I say, that may sound arrogant to some people, but I have to put myself first. God, I was on my fucking knees at certain points over those last 2 weeks. You know, on my knees. I just kept on keeping on because I knew that it would all be worth it. I knew that the gold would be there. Did I believe that we were going to see purple and green in the sky? Literally? No, but we did. You know, I didn't literally think that the Northern Lights were going to be seen all over the world. I just thought there would be, you know, a new aura around the world that would be green and purple, and that we would, you know, we'd be like, okay, the new Earth codes are here. But they showed it literally, and I was like, okay, this is very interesting. It's not what I expected. Thank you for giving me something that is completely unexpected. And then we get to see who's a believer and who's a non-believer. You know, I read on so many people. Think about it like this. If that was done by the dark, with everybody going, oh my God, this was on my bucket list. Thank goodness it has happened. Do you really think that that's going to lower the vibration? No. What lowers the vibration is the people going, this is fucking HARP. This is fucking HARP. God, if you really think that that takes place, Google it. It's happened before. Was it HARP back then? You literally saying, this is rubbish, that's rubbish, this is rubbish, that's rubbish. You are basically holding consciousness back. Own it. You are the exact people who have been saying and blaming other people for doing exactly what you're doing. And I feel very passionate on this subject. Think about it. Wow, this is my bucket list. Oh my God, how beautiful is this? I never thought I'd get to see it in my life. And it's above my house in Surrey. It's above my house in France. It's above my house in Germany. Just think about it. Is that a low vibration that people are giving off, or is that a vibration of sheer elation and sheer bliss? What do you think the darkness would have thought to most people around the world being breathtaking and in awe and in love and sharing such beautiful heart connection? So the people out there that are sharing that this is dark and this is this and this is that, you know, you have to recognize you are being manipulated. You're being manipulated. This is why I don't resonate with NLP, and this is going to piss people off here. This is why I don't resonate with, what's that other thing that they do? Hypnosis. I don't resonate with any of that stuff because it is a manipulation. Oh, I'm going to piss so many people off now, but I'm going to speak my truth. You know, you don't have to resonate with the same thing, but there is a reason. You are basically programming people to do what you want them to do. That's not a good vibration, not in the slightest. What we need to be doing is elevating and stepping into our own. Yeah, Amber, to be honest, I feel that as well. I do, and I've been through that process a few times. I've been through hypnosis as well, and actually, to be fair, I have been. I was going to train as an NLP trainer, and then all of a sudden I got that. Nope, do not do that. Do not do that. You are meddling with something. And I warned a lot of my friends about it, and they still did it. Again, I'm not going to judge anybody for doing it or whatever, but yeah, I feel that there is a lot that is being meddled with. All we need to do is open ourselves, come into our heart space, and basically just allow the truth to come in. It's very, very, very interesting what's taking place in and around the world right now. And to those of you that are trained in those areas, I am sorry if you think I'm being out of interest. If you think I'm being out of order, it's just my personal perspective. You guys do whatever feels right to you guys. But, we do need to be looking at this stuff. There is such a manipulation taking place, and the darkness will do anything to convince us that this new earth vibration is not open to everybody. And any single person that is out there saying this isn't the truth, this isn't a miracle, this isn't, is actually holding us back. Don't get me wrong, be realistic. Be realistic, but do you need to get involved in that? Do you need to get involved in these conversations? For me, I observe it all, and I talk about this all the time. I observe everything, but I consume nothing. I'm like, this is my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'll put my hands up and say that I'm wrong. And you guys know I've said that about like all of the truth movement stuff. Like I was right up there in the truth movement. I was leading the protests and stuff. Got to March 2021 and I'm like, I got to step back from this. No longer aligns with me, I don't believe that we're helping anymore. I believe that we're hindering, was exactly what I said back then, and that's 3 years ago now. And I was, how can you do that? How can you do that? But I was right to do that because I listened to my inner compass. I listened to the inner vibration that I hold within me. And that's how I made my choices. I never said to people, you're wrong. You need to change. You need to do this. You need to do that. Not at all. I just went, I'm going to go in my direction and I'm going to follow my path and I'm going to do what feels right to me. And this is why I'm sharing about these things, because they don't feel right to me. Okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. All right. So this new earth vibration will rattle you to your core. It will bring healing to your door. Now, what's really fascinating is on Friday last week, so what, about the 10th, something like that, I attempted to record the new moon update, which was already 4 or 5 days late at this point. But I was like, no, I'm consistent. I normally do this. I recorded the whole video. I went to listen to a bit of it back just to do a couple of tweaks to it. And what is so funny is all of the audio had gone. It literally hadn't recorded. The audio had not recorded at all. And I was like, okay, what's the message here? And, I basically was told immediately, it's out of date. And then I spoke to Kevin and I was like, hey, what do you make of this? And he said, it's old news, Lucy. We've jumped a timeline since then. You've got to remember what you delivered on the 5th of May and what's now taking place. And it's old news. Why on earth would you share old news? And I was like, okay, it's the truth. Why would I do that? I know that we hopped multiple timelines when I was away. I know that we've shifted into a whole new vibration now. It's fascinating what we are creating right now, ladies and gents. And we have this really beautiful gift in our hands whereby we can think anything and it comes in. We can speak anything and it comes in. We can take action on anything and it comes in. And I'm witnessing it. Like, I'm actually having quite good fun in my relationships at the moment, and, you know, work and things like that. I'm like, I would like to do this. And I send the message out. So today, I'll give an example. I'm not going to tell you who or what, but there's 3 people that I've spoken to about doing an interview. And I put the message out this morning. I was like, I'm going to do that this week. I messaged all of them individually, and I'm like, hey, can we do this week? And every single one was like, sounds really good, let's do it. Sounds really good, let's do it. Sounds really good, let's do it. And I was like, well, that was freaking easy, because I'm seeing it happen. I know that the world needs this interview, so let's make it happen. So that's going to be filmed this week. So keep your beady eyes out, my darlings, because I've got some really, really, really beautiful interviews lining up with really incredible souls around the world. And this is because it's the new earth vibration that we need to be sharing now. And I'm literally crossing paths with some of the most amazing people on the planet that are in completely different areas of work to me, so that, you know, they're not spiritual workers or, you know, any of that stuff, but they're in their purpose and they're in their flow, and they're really, really helping us change the vibration, which is amazing, in things like sport, in things like books, and things, all sorts of different things. So do keep your eyes peeled for that. Remember, healing is not all fairies and unicorns, right? Healing hurts. Healing asks us to dig really, really deep. And it is not nice when we have to look at ourselves through a lens that we were like, that's my ex, or that's my mum, or that's my dad. When we have to look at it and know that it's ourselves, it hurts. The quicker we surrender, and the quicker we recognize it, and the quicker we, you know, let that chip on our shoulder go, for want of better words, the quicker we heal, the quicker we can step forwards. I actually had a situation last week where there was a miscommunication taking place, and I was just like, I'm not having this conversation. Like, literally, I just stopped. And then when I saw the person, I had like a 30-second conversation. They were like, oh my God, you've made me feel so much better. Because people are getting lost in their emotions right now. People are getting caught up in their emotional baggage. People are getting caught up in the way that they're feeling. And so they're assuming that that's you when it's not. You know, we're all projecting. That's why I said earlier, don't project on me. I don't need it right now. Like, literally, I've only just got myself back to feeling normal. I don't need people going all over me. You know, I'm like, you can take your unhappy talk elsewhere for now. People trauma bond over that shit. I don't want trauma bonding. I see it in my group sometimes. I'm like, guys, get a grip. Get a grip. Oh, I feel so rubbish, and I feel so this, I feel so that. Like, get a grip. You feel rubbish because you're choosing to feel rubbish. You're feeling rubbish because you're not allowing yourself to look at your trauma and make the choices and make yourself different. You're literally like wanting to trauma bond with people. Sucks. God, we need to be taught this in schools, right? I was talking to somebody this morning. I can't even remember who it was, but I was talking to somebody this morning. Oh, I do know now. And I was saying to her, I want to get into schools. I want to sit down with 2-year-olds and I want to show them that how they can regulate their emotions. That's what we need to be doing as parents, as adults. You know, I'm not a parent this lifetime yet, but, you know, at the end of the day, I want to sit down with 2-year-olds and show them how to regulate their emotions. Just imagine if we could get to all of the 2-year-olds around the world and show them how to regulate their emotions, and the parents of them to hold space for them to do it. You should be getting high off my vibration, babe. Honestly, I cannot say to you, I am buzzing at a level that, like, I've never even known. My gifts are like this at the moment. It is wild what's happening, the channeling that I'm getting. And do you know what's really interesting? That there is certain people that are like, I don't want to hear about your gift. I don't want it. And you know what? I'm like, whoa, triggered much? Because I'm literally like vibrating at such a high rate. It's nuts. So thank you. And I'm glad you're getting high off of it, babes. And you've got a whole evening with me, you lucky thing. So you're going to be really high by the time you go to bed tonight. But this is my point, you know, this new vibration, if we can teach the little beans, as I like to call them, if we can teach them, you know, like, imagine the change that we can do. Jax, absolutely, I believe. I don't distinguish or differentiate between autistic or ADHD or any of that stuff. We can regulate emotions, full stop. It's just we are not taught how to do it. We're just not taught how to do it. You know, like, so imagine this soul school that I create, and I show the parents how to release their traumas, and I show the parents how to regulate their emotions. Imagine now if I got into to be able to do that with the kids. You know, it's brilliant. It's amazing. The effect you had on my kids, they still talk about, especially Darcy. She loves meditation and Reiki. So cute. So what Shelley's talking about is when her kids used to come to Self-Love Club for Kids. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. And that is what, 4 years ago now, Shelley, and her kids are still speaking about it because we taught them in a fun way. We taught them how to hold different poses and hold their breath based on animals. We taught them how to go through different exercises with their breath by making it fun. We taught them how to look after their body and the reasons why they should be, you know, eating certain fruits and vegetables. Like, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. But we make it fun. Like, adults are like, how's this going to work for the kids? But I don't even know how I get it and how it works, but I just get it. And I just create these things and it just works, you know? So we just need to be the light for everybody around us. You know, we do. And that's not going to come if, oh, I feel so rubbish. How do you think your kids are going to feel? Rubbish. You might feel rubbish, but tell yourself you don't. Tell yourself that you're balanced. Tell yourself that you're loved. Tell yourself that you are the most amazing person on the planet. Yeah, I would be up that school if my kid was being told off for anything. I'll be honest with you. I was listening to one of my clients this morning and I was like, I'd be up the fucking school, ripping them a new one. Like, I just wouldn't have it. But then at the same time, you know, certain schools and certain people are not equipped. They're just not equipped. They're not equipped to deal with this stuff. So it's, you know, I don't judge the teachers because I think the teachers have got a raw deal. It's like doctors. I think the doctors have got a raw deal as well. And I know you guys probably feel very different on that, but I do. They've been indoctrinated into a program to do certain things. And I'm just here to break that freaking mold. I do not want it. I've literally got a hammer and a chisel and I'm ready to break the mold. All I need to do is, I don't know whether it's to be sponsored or what, to create these soul schools. So these kids, you know, they don't have to be told off anymore. They don't need to go through all of this crappy process anymore. We can get them somewhere where they are safe and where they can embody this new earth vibration, because that's what's happening. They are embodying, they are transmuting, like the pets are transmuting like crazy for us. Everybody is transmuting for us at the moment. Like, we're transmuting for each other, and it is so important. You know, it is so important. It's yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy what's going on. But what we need to remember is our children are here for a reason. They picked this, they picked their soul path. And, you know, it is so, so important that we take the lead by not being negative Nancy. I get it's stressful, especially like for the single parents out there. I get it. It's tough. But drop the negative Nancy act. Drop the woe is me act. Like, let's, exactly what Alison's just said, let's break the mold. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world. You know, like, if I had the money right now, all of the schools would be set up around the world and all of them would be thriving and all of them would have exactly the processes that I've taught through Self-Love Club and through Soul School in them. It would be standard. They would be outdoors mucking about in the mud. They'd be, you know, learning what foods and how to grow the foods. They'd be learning, you know, how to make investments and stuff, how to look after money, not freaking, you know, stuff that they're never going to learn, or like, oh, I'm being a bit rude here, but like history, which none of it is the bloody truth. You know, we teach them the truth. We need to be honest with our loved ones, including children. We need to be honest. You know, you guys know I'm a little bit like, a little bit concerned about how much we lie from the get-go. Like, we lie about the tooth fairy, we lie about Father Christmas, we lie about all of this stuff. And it just saddens me that we lie to each other from the get-go, and it's become normalized because, well, you're a Scrooge if you don't celebrate Christmas. You know, it's all sorts of things like that. So soul schools will be there, and I know it's going to happen soon. And I keep feeling that I know where some sponsorship is going to come from, but I'm not going to say it out loud, but I am saying it out loud in my own space, if that makes sense. Just so you guys know. Yeah, Jackie says she'll go back to school if I was teaching. Well, I promise you, the first soul school that gets set up for the kids and the adults, like, because for me, it's going to be about family learning. It doesn't matter if you don't have children. Don't think you can't come if you don't have children, but it's about adults and children learning together. It's about bringing that vibration back. And what I feel is that is going to be the best way for us to teach. And of course, I will be one of the teachers in there initially until I've got all the right people that are going to take it forwards, because obviously I can't be in every soul school all at the same time. So just have to find the most amazing teachers who are going to take this forwards. But it's happening. It's there. It's done. In my world, it's done, which is why I keep talking about it, because it is done. You know, I'm not waiting for a windfall from the RV or anything like that. I'm literally, it's just done. I know it is. I don't know where it is, but it is. It's done. In another realm, it exists, and I know it does, because I've seen the way that it needs to look. I've literally seen the imagery of how it's going to look. It's going to be stunning. Honestly, it's going to be stunning. So anyway, I've gone on a right rant about soul school there, haven't I? And about the kids, because I love the kids. Now, somebody said when we unfortunately had to cancel soul school for kids, somebody said, oh, can we not do it online? The whole purpose of getting the children together was to get them offline, in all honesty. So we will look at it again. I'm just not too sure when it's going to be, probably over the summer holidays, I would imagine. As much as Self-Love Club for Kids was amazing, that's because we were in lockdown and we had to put it in there. Oh, I love you too, Darcy. Oh, that's so cute. So, you know, it's just very, very important that we remember the ethos of what this is about. You know, we need to get the kids bare feet. We need to get the hands in the soil. We need to get the rain on the face and understanding how Mother Nature works so that we can work with her. You know, it really is the time for the healer. It really is the time for nature. It really is the time for going back to basics now. So, yeah, we just need to lean into that a little bit more. And yeah, I can't even say to you, if you stop and think about it, it was 4 years ago where I was doing daily Self-Love Club for Kids every morning at 10 o'clock UK time. I was doing Self-Love Club for Kids. And, you know, how amazing was that? Like, how amazing. We had 100 kids on at certain times, you know, like it was amazing. We had them all doing all these really cool things and growing things. And, you know, because the weather was so amazing during lockdown in the UK, wasn't it? You know, it's just absolutely unbelievable. So to those of you that still follow me from back in those days, thank you. I really, really, really appreciate that. It's really beautiful of you, and long may it continue. But please, please, please do share the content if you resonate with it, with your friends and with your loved ones. Let's really get a much bigger community on the go now, guys, because I just feel that there are so many people out there that just don't even know, because I get shadow banned all the time. They don't even know what's available to them, and they don't know the mission that I'm on to really bring this consciousness into the world, like yesterday. Yeah, so many of you are saying, I wish I found you in lockdown. I wish I knew about it back then. Like, yeah, you know, everything happens in divine timing and divine alignment. And maybe at some point we'll go back online just for ease or something. But just know that nothing has changed with me. Like, this has been my mission from the get-go. Nothing has changed. It's just we need to do it in person now, because the kids need physical contact. We need hugs. We need heart to heart. We need eyeball to eyeball. We need love to love. You know, there is nothing better when I meet people at my seminars and they come over and they give me a hug and they touch me and they're like, oh my God, you're real. And, you know, like, there's nothing better than that feeling. You know, we're in this together. We're all human this lifetime. Anyway, my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous lots. Evening, Gabs. I hope you're well, darling. Yeah, you know, like, everything is divine. Everything is happening for us. But just remember, you are choosing your vibration. Like, literally, it is a choice, which is why earlier on, I was like, no, we're not having that here, because you're choosing to bring a lower vibration. We're not having that here. We're all going into the higher vibration. I get we've got challenges, and I don't want you to be delusional about those challenges. Tell people to piss off. Tell people to be like, oi, poke them in the eye kind of thing. But what I really am looking for from you guys is to make the choice of the higher vibration. Do not be sat there going, oh, these people get all the best luck. Look, they get the sunshine, they get the harmony, it's because they're choosing it. They're not looking to sabotage their life anymore. They got tired. I got tired of sabotaging my own life. So I made choices where I stopped annoying myself, and I live the best life I could possibly imagine now. And it's only going to get better, my friends. Keep watching. Mwah! I love you guys to the moon and stars. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to share this video. Remember to hit the thumbs up on YouTube once you finish the video, and I will see you guys next week. Although I am going to be posting some videos before, so keep an eye on this channel, guys. All right. Mwah! I love you all. I'll see you at Conscious Conversations tonight or Self Love Club. Ciao, ciao for now, guys. Take care. Lots of love.